Welcome back to Brave Birds News, one of the best places for sports. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel, share the video, all those things. None of those things are cost any money. It's just something you can do to help me with the algorithm. All right, so this is part 2 to the video that I released last week. I believe there should be some kind of link on the page right now to that video if you want to watch that one after this one. But this is for the real Falcons fans. These are for the people that have been Falcons fans for over 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Put in the comments how long you've been a Falcons fan. But that game in Berlin, the Colts versus the Falcons. Let's just be honest. So the fourth quarter, you had Tyler Algier doing his thing for whatever reason. You had Bijan Robinson out of the game, but it worked out, right? I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day, so you can do the wrong thing sometimes and get the right result. But you had Tyler Algier, who's a good running back, and he just demolishes the Colts run defense and scores a touchdown. And then we go for the 2-point conversion, and it goes to Drake London, who has been playing out of his mind lately. He's like the second coming of Julio Jones. It's just been amazing. It would really be great if Penix, Bijan Robinson, and Drake London could all be good at the same time consistently, but that hasn't happened this year. One will be good, or 2 out of 3 will be good, and occasionally none of them will be good. But we were up 25-22 late into the fourth quarter. And I'm going to tell you a secret. If you're a non-Falcons fan watching this, I'm going to tell you a secret. Every single Falcons fan from Berlin to Atlanta to San Francisco knew we were going to lose that game. I mean, during the commercial break, it was 25-22. And every Falcons fan in all languages all over the world was thinking, how are we going to Falc this up this time? Because if you've been a Falcons fan for over 10, 20, 30 years, you've seen us. Now we know on the big stage, the big Falc up that everybody talks about, but those are for that's the national audience. For the people that are, the real Falcons fans who watch all the games, so we see the things that don't make it, on Red Zone or, ESPN or wherever you get your information from. We've seen the Falcons falc it up so many times that during that commercial break, when we were up 25-22, all of us were thinking, how are they going to blow this? Are they going to be like the time against the Cowboys where they forgot the onside rule kick? Is it going to be like that? Is it going to be a missed field goal or something? We've had a lot of those lately. Will it be a safety? Yeah. Will we lose? We were the first team ever to throw a pick too, way back in the day against Kansas City. How will we falc this up? How will we falc this up? But we all knew it. We knew we weren't going to beat the Colts. We were not going to beat. We were shocked. We had to go to therapy. Every Falcons fan had to go to therapy when we beat the Bills. It was the most un-Falcons thing we had done in years. So our special teams, who's more special than teams, of course, like they've been doing the whole game, let the Colts get, beyond the 50-yard line or near the 50-yard line. Our special teams, which includes the kicker, has just been killing us this year. If we had a better special teams, we could easily be 6-2 or whatever. We could have 6 wins with a better special teams. But we knew that their team was going to make the field goal. We knew that none of us, we all saw it. We were like, actually, the Falcons thing to do would have been to give up a touchdown in regulation. So bravo. We didn't go out totally like that, but we knew Bagley was going to make his field goal. We all knew that. And then we went to overtime, and you had the confusion, and I don't know what happened. You tell me what happened, but the Falcons had the ball, and even then, which was better than I expected, was like, we're going to falc this up. Because I told you, all Falcons fans knew when it was 25-22 after the Drake London 2-point conversion. We all knew we were going to lose. So we sat in overtime. The Falcons, I don't know our all-time overtime record, but the last 8 or 9 years of overtimes have been very traumatic to us. So Falcons did what we thought, didn't score, not even a field goal to make it spicy and interesting, didn't score. And then our defense, who played well at times, was just exhausted, like in all these tragedies, overtime tragedies they get because the offense doesn't give them any time to rest. And the outcome was what you expected. So for 99% of people who didn't wake up early on a Sunday morning to watch the game, when they saw the final score, they thought, that's what I would expect. Colts versus Falcons. They wouldn't even know that the Falcons blew another fourth quarter lead. I don't know. I'm sure per capita we blow more fourth quarter leads than any team in the history of the NFL or AFL or the Canadian Football League. I'm sure. So yeah, everybody should be fired. Everybody, you know, Rich McKay, the CEO, what's the president's name? Beatles, whatever his name is. He's just a pawn. We know it's Rich McKay that pulls all the strings. Terry Fontenot, why do we hire a former Saint to lead our team? I mean, he's just he's a sleeper agent. He's laughing at us. He flies back to New Orleans and laughs at us every Monday and Tuesday. That like, wow, I can't believe they hired me from the Saints. I can't believe, and they still haven't fired me. Yeah, we hired a Saints person to be our general manager, and Raheem Morris. I mean, if we're the opposite, there's a state. Everybody talks about if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're like, if it's broke, just continue to use it. I mean, that's the Falcons. Raheem Morris should be fired. We should give any other coach on the staff. Well, Zach Robinson should be fired as well. Everybody should be fired. You could, you can invite me to the tribunal and we can talk about whether some of the defensive, coaches and coordinators maybe shouldn't be fired. But let's just say, just fire everyone. 8th year in a row without making the playoffs. We are not going on a run. We are not. No, it is not happening. We are not. I mean, could we statistically? I guess we can go 11-6. So statistically, we're not eliminated, but we're not going to do that. We like winning 7 or 8 games. So I feel like once we get officially eliminated from the playoffs, we'll win the last 4 games of the season. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. We're going to win the last 4 games. And when you look at it on Wikipedia, people will think, oh, that wasn't a bad year. They went 7-10. We're going to win the last 4 games of the season. We're not making the playoffs. Everybody should be fired. I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts? Who should we keep from this team? You can leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But otherwise, I'll talk to you next time.